The mine we're going to today is not on any maps, but a colorful local character, that's the guy in front, colorful local character stumbled across this one and is taking us up to it. And it's like I always say, you just can't beat the local knowledge, because there's stuff that people just stumble across that, you know, you'd never know where to look or find on your own. So it's good to know people, good to run into people, and you know, having the channel helps as well, because people know about me and introduce me to other people, and one thing leads to another, and we're off following, like I said, a colorful local character to a mystery mine. He hasn't been inside, he just found the portal, but didn't go inside of it, so we don't know what to expect with this one, except like I said, it's not indicated on any maps, so pretty curious. All right, we've been scrambling up the creek here, and see the creek right in front of us, but look at that. Look at that beauty to the right there. They didn't make it easy to find. So, congrats to you for finding that, man.
Thanks, buddy.
That's not an easy find.
Beautiful place.
It is a beautiful place. Huh. Nice solid rocks, we like to see. No idea how far back that goes, but we'll find out. First look at the adit here, or first decent look I should say. It's wet, so I put the waders on. Runs back. Can't tell how far, but good hard rock the whole way. I don't see any quartz, but maybe there was an outcropping or something here that they followed in. Something kind of cool we just noticed is, you see that trail carved into the rock there? Running along, let me get a better look. Get up there. See that?
Right there, too.
Oh yeah, huh. So there's a trail carved in there, and also along there. Maybe it was a flume line. Hard to say, but it would have been a lot of work to carve that out. We'll probably run that out a little bit just to see where it goes. But first, let's run this out. Ooh, that's some swampy nastiness. I'm glad I've got the waders. Pretty scene here. Kind of a cool rock. Oh, that vein webbing all through it. Well, it's deeper than I would have expected. Got some boards in here. And yeah, maybe they had a wheelbarrow track. If it's a small mine, as it looks like it might be, they might have had some boards down just to run a wheelbarrow over, rather than putting in the track and ore cars and all that. Just taking a look at the geology, trying to see if I see any quartz or anything. Still see those boards down here in the water. That's all I see. This is a low mine. It's much smaller than the 5x7 standard. So, presumably older. I mean, that's usually an indicator of an older mine. I mean, I'm bent all the way over right now, and it's not filled in. I can still see the boards, so it's not like it's filled in with muck. Okay, got something going off to the right here. Just a little side pocket going off to the right. Hold on, there's something dark there. Might be a winds. That keeps going. I don't know. I don't know. There might be something up there. I can't tell you that, but let's check this out first. Got some decent sized boards back here. I guess that, I don't know what that dark spot is. That's weird, the color and such there. I don't think that goes anywhere. I thought that was a winds or something, but I think it's just dark material that's collected there. And faces out there. And then keeps heading back this way. A little pocket right here. More of the boards. Looks like I got some strap rail right there. And, oh, it's just a piece of wood. But yeah, old piece of strap rail right there. So maybe they did have old wooden ore cars or something back here. Yeah, that piece of metal is a strap rail. Oh, it keeps going. Oh, wow. Little stope pocket here. And then we got stuff going off to the... This intersects... Okay, what just happened? We just intersected another mine.
What's that hanging down there? Is that a chute hanging there?
Yeah, we just intersected another mine. This punched into another mine, an existing mine, because I can see the rail right there. All right, my buddy was waiting to come in because he wanted to see if it was worth it. So I'm gonna go grab him, and then I'll come back and rejoin you guys here. Okay, I got everybody together, and do the old right-hand rule on this one.
See this space back here? It looks like it's stacked.
See a big piece
that
of
right there?
oh yeah, the gobbing right there.
Isn't that?
Yeah. Got the strap rail right here, running up to this point, and then this is odd.
They block something off.
That looks like a cave-in on the left, and this is all gobbing on the right. Mice or squirrels have been back here. Yeah, unfortunately that cave section's done. Kind of a weird mineralization back here.
It sure is.
That's too bad. Wonder how far that ran.
You thinking that's a collapse?
Oh yeah, it's a collapse. Probably, I don't know, maybe have a stope or something there. Hard to say. You can see
around the back of that, man?
It was questionable. Once he pulls out, there's a hole right back
the. Yeah, it does run up. Hold on a second. Oh, I feel airflow.
Water flowing out of there, too.
I feel airflow.
Water flowing out of here.
I think it just broke my waders.
For the old timers.
There's no way I'm getting through that. That's just a few inches, but there is airflow. So I wonder where that runs up. There's some wood fragments back here, so they probably had that timbered up. Huh. Yeah, take a peek, Cam. Let me know what you think.
Okay, I want to look behind this gobbing because we can pull this down easy if we can get around it.
Is there anything back there? Is it run?
No, I'm thinking it's just a pocket. Yeah, it looks like it starts to slope down.
Okay. Yeah, I figured. You feel the airflow there?
Yeah, right in the face.
Yeah.
Right in the face.
Really? So that means
That'd be a pitch to dig.
a breather
There's
or
a timber
something?
there.
It might be a vent shaft, or it might be an open stope.
Yeah, maybe a stope that failed, or just bad ground because I can see some wood.
Yeah,
That'd
exactly.
be a pitch to dig out though.
Yeah.
But if you have airflow, it might be worth it. If you had time.
Well, we can always go up top and look down. All right, so now we got this section over here, which runs under the creek. Like I said, they stoped out a little bit here.
Is that a chute right there? See
No.
that hanging from the lid? See that? What is that?
Yeah, we'll go find out. Some nice mineralization here. You see the limonite coming down through there, that orangey stuff. Big slab came off here.
That's pretty wild shit.
Is that really? You know, this is really slippery. I'm gonna put the phone away and pick up over there. All right, just clambered over that rock. Got a deep section of water here. Wood fragments. Again, pretty low here. Pretty wet. A little bit of ground fall. Ground's not quite as good over here.
That's the first time I felt the water. It is cold.
And let's look at the mineralization here. There's something, I can't tell if that's an ore chute or what up there, but there's something up there. Still looking for quartz and still not seeing anything. Some pretty big blocks of wood back here. Oh, it keeps going. Keeps going. It's just a timber support. See that old unmilled piece of wood from outside and the board stuck in there. Looks like there's a little bit of a raise here, or excuse me, a little bit of a stope. A little bit of quartz. Okay, so they were, okay, that might be the face. They were working this out. Through here, see a little bit of a fault right there. That's
That
a,
shit.
you see a,
Stuck a shim in there. See where they shim that?
yeah.
Drove the shim in there.
When you see a fault zone like that, it's usually a highly mineralized zone because good ore squeezes up through, when it's in a liquid form, it squeezes up through that space created by the fault. So miners often chase those faults. Yeah, this is the face here. Pretty deep water back here. Oh, there's the vein. It's a little vein. I can see why they had a little bit of interest, but then didn't follow it out. Nice flow stone back here. See how it's making that rib, or that ridge right there. And then that's it.
That's it. The face, huh?
That's the face. Some little quartz stringers in it, but that's it. And you can see they're picking at it. See the pick marks there? That's pretty cool.
Sure, shit.
Heading back out and just noticed something. You remember the wood that's here in the board? Well, there's a slot here where obviously another piece, the end of a timber was jammed in there, and there would have been a corresponding one over here, but the rib is flaked off. But where that is, that end of the board would have been resting on the timber, and the miners would have been standing on that to be able to work up here, because you can't reach that otherwise. So they would have had that serving as a platform to clear this material out.
We got another shim on this side too.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you got to anchor them in there. The attic we just checked out is down at the bottom of this waterfall, and look what has been discovered up here. There's a big portal here. Just inside the portal now. You can see it's quite flooded. Well, I'm up to my waist almost. No idea how far it goes back. I can't make out what's on the ground. I don't feel any rail. It feels like just pieces of rock. But who knows? I can't see anything. Yeah, as I expected, it's bending to the right. I don't want to jinx myself, but the rock seems pretty solid. Okay, you know what? I am on rail. I just felt a good piece of it. This is proper rail too. This isn't strap rail. Huh. Okay, looks like we got some ground fall or something up there. Maybe an ore chute. Maybe it's backfill. Man, this is chilly. It's a hot day outside, but I'll tell you what, these waders are pretty thin, and it's not exactly hot inside of a mine. So get that cold water squeezing in on you. Guess this is ground. Yeah, this is ground fall. You can see the nature of the rocks changed. It's a lot more crumbly now. Got quartz in it. It's pretty highly mineralized. Let me figure out how to get over this. Okay. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good quartz here. The water might be a bit more shallow here, I hope. I see some, can't tell if there's a boards or vent pipe. We've got that shooting off to the right, that shooting off to the left. Let's do the right hand rule since we don't know how big this is. Oh, definitely on solid rail now. Looks like that's the face. Let's double check. How many times have I said or thought, oh, that's probably the end, and you run it out and find a bunch of stuff. See the rail in front of me? Alright. Yeah, that's the end. So I will. Oh, I was wondering. Okay, that's the high water mark. You can see the organic material that's been left behind there. Okay, I'll head back to that junction and pick up to the what is now the left. We just looked down there. That is the way we came in. You see the light from the outside world, sort of. That's where we came in. Try to look back at that. And the section left to explore is to my left here. It's lower here. This is the first time I'm having to bend down to get through the section. Still have the rail. It's pretty mineralized back here. This whole section. See some of the pick marks there. And the rock, sort of a quartz iron blend through there. I'm not surprised they're picking at that. Now here's another good section of quartz, and then you see that band of material running through. I don't know what that is, but it looks like something I would assay if I were interested in seeing what was in here for gold. Okay, you can see the rail stretching ahead of me there. There's that quartz vein over my head. So obviously the reason we're kind of meandering around is because they were obviously following the vein. That's just an indicator of the high water mark. That's not quartz, that's just calcium or whatever is building up in the water. I mean, it looks kind of cool, but that's not what the miners are after. I wouldn't even have been here then. No, they were chasing this quartz over my head. They're still going. There's either a stope up ahead or a big section of groundfall. It's a big support timber right there, so looks like it was probably groundfall. You see that a lot actually. The ore body, the composition of the rock where the ore body is usually much less structurally sound than the host rock, or the native rock, or the country rock. People have different terms for it. That's what's slabbed down. I mean, it looks like something you'd want to check out for its gold potential, given the amount of quartz in it. But who knows? Mine keeps going, so I will too. Especially after the smaller size of the mine below us. I wasn't expecting much up here. I mean, when you find a mine, you always want to check out what's around it. You know, do a little scouting. Usually if you get a really small mine like that, you don't necessarily get a bigger one, but that would prove to be the exception. Or this would prove to be the exception. Okay, once again, we have options. We've got that running off to the right. I think this is the end. Because I think this is the end, I'll just run this out real quick. A little cross cut here. They're probably just seeing if that vein we were following extended back this far, or how far it extended in general. Trying to map out the ore body, in other words. Yeah, that's it. And you can probably hear how my voice has a good echo now. So the rock has changed, meaning they lost the quartz, lost the vein. Before modern core drilling or anything like that, you know, they just had to meander around and follow their hunches and do exploratory crosscuts like that. Yeah, there's the quartz again. So yeah, that vein is just running over my head. You can see all the quartz over my head. So obviously they were just following that. Bunch of material. I thought there might have been an ore chute or something here, but again, this is just groundfall coming off that quartz vein. And it keeps going. And so does the rail. See the rail and the water there before I go and disturb it? So this looks like, you see those are boards. I don't know if you can tell on the camera. Those are boards. So this must have been strap rail here. There's some water seeping in from the side. That might be seeping in from the creek. There's some serpentine up there. And the quartz is still running overhead. That's a big collapse there. Hoping I can climb over that. A lot of flowstone here. Oh man. Naturally I gotta climb over that. Good view of the strap rail. Running back into that collapse. Probably I need both hands to crawl over this stuff, so I'll turn off the camera and pick up somewhere over there. That is why miners hate serpentine. I had to crawl all through that, and the sound there is just completely dead because the rock is so soft. Bad news. Really don't like serpentine. But seem to be back in slightly better ground here. Actually, looks like about to come out of the water too. Some old lagging or something there on the ground. See the calcium build up in the water. We're still making our way through. I just think just mineralization itself is worth noting. Oh man, I was afraid of that. It just faced out. Looks like the vein, you can see it's starting to turn into little stringers. There, it was starting to pinch out here. They're losing it, and it may not have been good enough to keep chasing after it, you know, pushing through to see if they picked it up again. So they may have just called it here. Just looking for any highlights worth pointing out. But yeah, it's breaking down big time, and barely even see it on the far end. So I would say that's why they called it. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's like a track gauge there on the ground. All right, I'll go back out, see what my friends are up to. See the fault wall right there. Looks like, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but somebody ran their fingers across the mud there. It's kind of funny to think about when we're beyond the point where you get the high water line. Actually, it looks like an arrow pointing in that direction. Anyway, I don't know if it's coming across in the camera, but somebody was dragging their fingers along this and painting it. It may have been 150 years ago. We still see somebody's imprints in the mud. It's pretty cool. Oh, there's more of that fault. See the flat, smooth section there. I was looking at mineralization on the way, so I didn't see that. All right, hopefully I make it back through this section. I'll get outside and see what else there might be to see here.